And thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is looking to make almost $1 million this week. They are selling one of their helicopters on auction right now. Our Nicole Hernandez talked with the Sheriff's Office about why and how they're selling it.
So this right here is the helicopter. It's a Bell UH-1. It's on auction right now at govdeals.com, and last I checked, the current bid is $855,000. After 5 years of Spokane County Sheriff's Office service and decades of flying,
50 years old.
Chief David Ellis says this Bell UH-1 is ready for a new home.
This one was completely refurbished and overhauled, so it's in very good condition.
It's just not modern enough for the Sheriff's Office.
Being able to respond to missing people, manage pursuits, suspect apprehension, and to be able to have that more modern aircraft with modern technology is going to be able to allow us to do our jobs better.
So the plan, sell this helicopter on auction, then use the money they get from the sale, plus some grants to buy a new helicopter.
The new helicopter is about 3.2 million.
That's with all the equipment and gadgets included. It'll be the first brand new helicopter the office has ever had.
These both were obtained through the government surplus program at no cost to Spokane County.
This time is different though. The sale money and a few grants will cover about $1.7 million. The rest, about $1.5 million, will come from the county.
All of our patrol aircraft are over 50 years old, and so by being able to modernize the fleet and downsize the fleet, we're going to be a little more efficient, a lot more safer.
On top of selling off this chopper, the county is also retiring another rig. Once they buy this new helicopter, it will take until next year for the company to build and deliver it.
You know, everyone's really looking forward to it.
Until then, the county has another Bell UH-1 they'll continue using. So I know most of us don't just have an extra $1 million lying around, but the auction for the Bell UH-1 is live until tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. In studio, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Well, in case you missed it, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office let the community experience firsthand some of the tools they use every day. That includes drones and even their helicopter. Deputies at the event said it's a good way to engage with the community and get some feedback. The person behind the deadly 2017 shooting at Freeman High School will be resentenced. The Washington State Court of Appeals said today that Caleb Sharp's 2022 sentence of 40 years to life is too long. That's based on state law that was updated last year. It requires an exact sentence of 25 years to life for anyone who committed that crime when they were 16 or younger. Sharp was 15 when he opened fire in Freeman High School, killing one student and injuring 3 others. We spoke with a retired criminal defense attorney who said a resentencing hearing is hard on everyone involved.
Whenever there's a resentencing, it's really difficult for victims, for victim family. It's often even difficult for the police officers, court staff, for everybody, including the defendant. But in this instance, remand for resentencing is absolutely required.
The superintendent of the Freeman School District issued a statement calling the decision disappointing and heartbreaking. A date for the resentencing has not yet been set. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. We now know the identity of a woman who was killed in a head-on crash near North Argonne Road. The Spokane County Medical Examiner confirmed that 28-year-old Amanda Fuller died of blunt force injuries on Friday night. According to Spokane County Sheriff's deputies, Fuller was driving south on Argonne when she crossed over the center lane, hitting a truck. The driver of the truck was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Spokane police arrested a woman who they say hit and killed a man with his own truck. According to police, it happened last Tuesday near West Sunset Frontage Road in South Grove. Police say 27-year-old Alyssa Bray accepted a ride from 70-year-old Gerald Fox. They believe at some point Bray took control of Fox's truck and intentionally hit him. Detectives arrested Bray on first-degree murder charges today. She was booked in the Spokane County Jail. Her bond is set at just over $1 million. And tonight we are learning an alleged fight involving University of Idaho football players led to a canceled fundraiser. The University of Idaho Boosters says a Vandal football player punched another student, knocking him unconscious. The emails from leadership at the West Treasure Valley chapter of the Vandal Scholarship Fund claimed that that player was allegedly accompanied by several teammates wearing ski masks and carrying pipes. Right now, 20 players are under investigation for the fight. As a result, the chapter of Boosters canceled this year's Summer Fest fundraiser. And that was your night beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, let's switch gears and talk weather. We are really getting a taste of spring weather this week, a little bit of everything. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo to find out if calmer days are in our future. Jeremy?
They are, but they're also a little bit cooler. Getting there is a wild ride. Temperatures taking a dive tonight. Check it out. We are already at 40 degrees and I'm looking. Here we go. Hear me out. And there you go. Temperatures falling down to about freezing early tomorrow morning before, well, things warm back up. We go from near freezing all the way up to the 50s again. What does that mean? It means we wind up with a very similar day to what we saw today. Right now, things are quite calm, but as we get into the heat of the day tomorrow, things will get more active. We heat up the ground, some of that moisture starts to rise. We get pop-up kind of isolated showers again tomorrow afternoon that look almost identical to today. None of them really offer much in the way of moisture, and it's likely a mix of graupel and snow and even a little bit of rain as we move through those days. But all in all, it's not looking too terribly bad. Mark, I'll send things back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show. The city of Spokane held another public safety meeting tonight. The goal is to provide Spokane residents the opportunity to weigh in on the city's new public safety leadership. Tonight's meeting was at the Liberty Park Library. It was the last in-person opportunity, but you can still attend next week's virtual meeting on Thursday at 5:30. If you can't make any meetings, you can take the city's survey. Just head to our website for that, KREM.com. Also tonight, the last opportunity for those impacted by the Oregon road fire to meet with FEMA before the deadline to register for assistance. That's on April 20th. But don't worry, if you still have questions or need any in-person help, the recovery centers in Medical Lake and Elk are staying open until April 27th. FEMA says nearly 500 people have registered so far, and they've already made 43 payouts. The city of Spokane is joining a lawsuit against manufacturers of the so-called forever chemical PFAS. PFAS contamination is an issue that we have been covering for years now, but this is the first time we are hearing of issues in the city of Spokane with low levels detected in 2 wells. KREM 2's Cody Proctor reports tonight.
Spokane city officials filed the complaint last Friday as part of a larger lawsuit out of South Carolina. That complaint lists 11 causes of action against companies like 3M, Buckeye Fire Equipment, and DuPont. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown made a statement about the lawsuit, saying, quote, "Protecting the health and safety of Spokane's residents is our top priority. By taking legal action against these manufacturers, we are holding accountable those responsible for polluting our drinking water." Spokane officials say the city started testing for the forever chemicals last year and found 2 well locations had low levels of PFAS. The Ray Street well near 23rd and Ray on the South Hill, and the Grace well at the city's water department on North Foothills. Last week, the EPA established the first national standards limiting the amount allowed in drinking water. According to the city, one of their production wells tested higher than the new federal levels. The issue of PFAS isn't exactly new to our area, but it's been mostly centered around Airway Heights and the West Plains area. This winter, the organization West Plains Water Coalition held multiple information meetings about the chemicals, including the potential health issues. KREM 2 spoke with former Spokane Regional Health Officer Dr. Bob Lutz about the issue back in February.
I think it's a growing concern, and I think we're still learning a lot. I think we have a growing body of evidence to support the idea that there are associations between PFAS exposure and a number of health-related issues.
For those willing tonight,
that was Cody Proctor reporting. The city of Spokane was part of another lawsuit last year. They received more than $6 million from that particular case. They are hoping to see similar results this time around. The 6th Street Bridge in Wallace, Idaho is days away from being replaced. The Wallace City Council recently approved a nearly $4 million bid to get the project done. The bridge crosses the Coeur d'Alene River. It's been under a severe weight restriction for the past 6 years. Construction is expected to take a little less than 6 months.